There isn't really a solid definition of life. What's the difference between something that's alive and something that isn't? Join us on a deep dive into biology, where we'll unravel the mysteries that characterize life. What truly defines existence? The line between what's alive and what isn't might seem obvious, but it's more intricate than it appears. Is movement a sign of life? We already know it's not. Is breathing indicative of life? That's not it either. Questioning something so commonplace yet without a straightforward answer is utterly captivating. I'm not the first to ponder this. And when seeking definitions from sources like Wikipedia, we encounter intricate explanations. I'm here to tackle this intriguing biological question, focusing on 5 core concepts of biology. The cell. The cell is the cornerstone of life. It's the smallest unit that exhibits vital properties. It constitutes everything we label as living beings. Without a cell, there's no life. Whether it's a human, a plant, or an insect, all are made up of cells. Personally, I'm fascinated by yeasts. They're more than just ingredients for beer or bread. They're excellent models for other cells in all sorts of more complex living things like ourselves. The discovery that a human gene can control the reproduction of a yeast cell, just as it controls a human cell, reveals the ancestry and universality of cellular processes. The gene. Genes are segments of DNA that contain instructions for producing proteins and other essential molecules for cell function, such as heredity, the passing of genes from parents to offspring, ensuring the continuity of genetic traits; variation, mutations in genes leading to variations in an organism's traits, ensuring evolution; and regulation. Genes aren't always active. They're regulated to ensure the right proteins are produced at the right time. Gregor Mendel, a curious monk, studied genetic inheritance in peas. Mendel is considered by many as the father of genetic study, and his findings propelled science to unimaginable levels, like cloning living beings. He observed specific patterns in offspring and introduced the idea of a heritable particle, which we now know as a gene. Evolution by natural selection. The theory of evolution by natural selection proposed by Charles Darwin explains how species change over time. Evolution is magnificent. It's proof that life finds a way to thrive, challenging thoughts from the chaos theory that believe we got to where we are today by a set of millions of coincidences that allowed life to prosper. Maybe that's precisely what we are, but we also have to give credit to life for evolution and adaptation. It did its part and continues to do so. Chemistry of life. Life is a complex set of chemical reactions occurring within cells. Chemical reactions that produce physical effects, which in turn shape life and its wonders. A chemical reaction triggers hunger, which makes the living being seek food, which in turn takes the life of another being like an animal or plant. It's a game. A cycle. Each cell is a cauldron of chemical activities made possible by cellular organization and compartmentalization. Metabolism, the set of chemical reactions occurring within cells to sustain life; enzymes, proteins that catalyze chemical reactions, allowing them to proceed efficiently; and energy are products of life's chemistry. Information. Life is governed by information. Whether in genetic control or cellular regulation, information is crucial for the function and evolution of living beings. Information is transmitted from one cell to another and from one generation to the next through DNA. Cells process information from the environment and respond to it. Genetic information is used to regulate gene expression and ensure cells function correctly. Everything that's alive has information. By combining these 5 concepts, we can outline the principles that define life. Living beings are chemical informational systems with the capability for evolution and adaptation. This is the essence of life, and this means that living beings can acquire purpose, the aim to be better adapted in the state of life they're in, and thus we can evolve living things from one type to another. To me, life is nothing more than everything that's subject to change, evolution, purpose. However, another question emerges from this concept. What's the purpose of life?